father.
Tell me about the AZA. What was it?
Well, it was the AZA was a club that Sam Port, as a father of the Ports, he was the one that he was the first one that we started the AZA with, and we was the first ones that belonged to the AZA.
Tell me how you feel about being Jewish.
I always feel great about being Jewish.
Is there anything you would like to add?
I like to what?
Is there anything you'd like to add?
No, I don't think that's so. I think you about covered everything we could cover.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Stop the film. Stop it. Don't, before you put the camera back on. But you should expound about how all the Jewish people did a whole bunch of things together then versus now. How it's because you were there. That was you.
Well, we had.
Let her turn the camera on now.
All the Jews. Whenever we were, when I got back from the Army, I think I was around 22, 23, and we had a bowling league here in the center. The center they had a bowl. We had bowling alleys here, and we used to come every week. We used to have teams that we bowled every week, and all the Jewish guys got together and bowled here, and we played volleyball over there whenever the center. We played. We'd come up every Sunday morning and play volleyball, and some of the boys played basketball, and we did a lot of things together. We're Jewish, which we don't do anymore. You don't see that anymore. The kids. The kids come get bar mitzvah, and what happens? You know, it's hard. They give their statements and they say, well, he says what we're going to do. We're going to come to shul, but you never see them. They don't come. You know, I mean, and of course it's tough. Then they go to college, you know, and you can't just expect them to do everything, and then of course the only time you see them is when there's a bar mitzvah or there's a holiday. Then they come to shul. Outside of that, you don't get to see them anymore, and it's tough. There's only about well, a lot of times when we come up on Monday, there'll be 7 of us. It's hard to get a minyan, and there's a certain bunch of us that come, you know, every time, and somebody says they have a yortzeit or something, would like you to come. Well, we try to come and help with the yortzeit, but most of the time, during the winter time, a lot of the people that used to come here, they would go to Florida, so then they won't be here, and then it's hard to get a minyan. Saturday morning, this morning, we had 7. See, and you know, I never seen a day when a Saturday morning you didn't have 10, at least 10, and you just don't. People, I don't know what's going on. You know, we're getting old, and we're not going to be around here forever. And whenever we go, I don't know who's going to handle it.
When you came back from World War II, there were probably somewhere in excess of 1,200 Jews in Altoona. There were more than 1,000 Jews in Altoona. Today, we barely have 500 Jews in Altoona.
Well, whenever I got cancer, and I had to have a colostomy, and then whenever I was over in the hospital, at that time, I will not mention who was the rabbi. The rabbi didn't come in to visit me. But who came in to visit me was a Catholic priest and a Protestant reverend came in, and they said, "You don't mind if I say a prayer for you?" I said, it isn't going to hurt.
No.
You know, because they didn't know whether I was going to live or not. You know,
Yeah.
it was at a time whenever they thought, you know, that I would maybe, if I didn't have a colostomy when I got out of the operating room, they said I had 6 months to live.
Wow.
And they told me that.
How long ago was that?
In 1972.
Pretty dumb doctors would say.
Well, it wasn't at that time because my colostomy was so bad that they wouldn't be able to be reversed. And he said if the cancer had got through, that maybe I would have 6 months and I should get everything ready, you know.
Wow.
That they didn't know for sure. But then they said, if you have a colostomy, you have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's in 72, that's 37 years. And I'm still
You're still
here. So they did a good job on me,
Yeah.
except that I still had the colostomy. In 1985, I had a 4 bypass. Now that's 22 years. And usually 5 years after the bypass, you have to go, they either have to do something, you know, something goes wrong. But so far, God bless me, I'm still here.
You got 7 more lives to go.
And not only between that, my gallbladder went bad. I had my gallbladder out, and then they signed something. I only have 1 kidney, and something
6
was wrong.
more lives to go.
And they found something wrong with the 1 kidney wasn't there, and they had to put a stent in. This happened 5 years ago. They put the stent in and it didn't work, and I had to go take dialysis. And after 5 months, they said that my kidneys started to work again for some reason. So I don't know why the hell I'm here yet.
You're a very lucky man.
It's not your turn.
But I'm still going.
Well, they could write a book about him because I could eventually, but he's had so many illnesses, and like I said, 1972, 35 years. Not many people. My mother lasted 5 years because she had colon cancer also.
Yeah.
So, no, I think my father has covered everything about his life, but he is a remarkable man. That he's still here. He's had all this stuff done to him, and he's still with us. Thank God. All the other grandparents for my children are gone. He's the only one left. They've all died from cancer.
The only thing I can tell you that if you have something that goes wrong with you, and you don't give up, and I didn't let it bother me. When I had the colostomy, I went out and I played golf. I played softball. I did everything I wanted to do. I used to come up to center and play volleyball and everything. It didn't bother me. I said I wasn't going to go sit in the chair. And I just kept doing everything I wanted to do.
I have a question on a different subject. There was the old Orthodox shul, 18th Street and 13th Avenue, and we have a Gudith Achim. On 13th Avenue, there's a Greek Orthodox church up here.
Yeah.
And it has a Jewish star on it.
That I don't know nothing about.
I don't know if that star has anything to do with being
No,
Jewish.
the only other place we had a shul was up on 12th Avenue, between where the St. Leo's Church is.
Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. 12th Avenue and what?
12th Avenue, 20th Street.
12th Avenue.
And then there was we had a little building.
Oh, that's way up there, 12th Avenue and 20th.
Right. You go up over. There's steps there now where you go up over from 18th Street where the 12th Avenue.
That's not the one I was thinking of. And I don't know that.
I know what you're talking about.
I don't know if that's
13th
Jewish
Avenue.
at all.
You didn't tell him about the Jewish war vets, and you're playing all your cards down there with all the other Jewish vets.
Well, we used to have we had Jewish war veterans. We used to play cards.
See, that's where they could go when he dropped me off at Sunday school, and I had to walk there to get taken home.
Well,
He's done. The interview has concluded.